Peace of the Creator be with you. I want to welcome everyone to the Network for Holistic Recovery. I'm your host, Elijah Ali. Beginning the 15th of this month, January 2021, Network for Holistic Recovery will begin a nudus modus operandi, a mechanism of programming and providing the information that we have been consistently providing you for over the last 6 years, and ongoingly, or even before that, through other programming mechanisms, radio stations, cable programmings. This pandemic has caused for us to be much more involved in the streaming mechanism. We've done quite a bit of programming through the internet system, Facebook, and these kinds of things. But now that the whole way of living has altered into a viral system, we found it necessary to alter our situation in order to provide you the kind of information that will be up to date and on time. When we say on time, we're talking about on our time, Black people's time. We have to deal with some things. Some of those things are pre-existing conditions. For those of you who are familiar with our programming, we deal with 7 particular areas: health, education, cultural development, human rights, human service, economic development, and political education. We've found over the years that these 7 categories summarize the essence of our existence as a cultural people, and we are lagging in all 7. The 7 categories are in their priority. The first 3, health, education, and cultural development, are foundational kinds of things that need to be established within the home house environment, things that we grow up with in consciousness. Without health, you can't get anything done. Without education, you can't get anything done. Without knowing who you really are, you definitely can't get anything done. When you go through these kinds of things and you step out into the world, that's when you run into human rights and human service. Human rights are those things that you can do when you step outside the house. Human service is those mechanisms that are in place supposedly in our community to aid you when you find out that when you step outside the house, you don't have any rights. After you have these 5 pieces in place, then you can probably start talking about economic development. When you have economic development, you have to have political education in order to make sure that that economic structure within the outside factors that you're dealing with also have rules and regulations. None of these 7 are we proficient at. Over the last year, here again, our pre-existing condition in this pandemic has caused for us to be victimized just by Mother Nature. This is why we have to look at the New World Order concept. Things are in order. A blade of grass has importance, but it's visually can sometimes not ever be seen. Our situation is just about the same thing. We are of importance, but overall we're not being seen as being equal to, and in a lot of cases, knowing like this, better than in some cases. We have to alter our understanding of our condition. And if we don't do this, we'll have serious issues. Like I said, beginning the 15th of January, here we are, 2021, we need to become much more direct, much more emphatic in our position as it applies to us as Black people. There is a plague that is coming through, not only virally, but physically, that has a intentional or unintentional want to remove us for whatever means necessary. A lot of these things are even perpetuated by ourselves. As we go through this new era, what we're going to do is provide you the information in those 7 categories that should aid you, give you an understanding first of all, or even just aware you of that, and that you make your decisions. But we want a multifaceted type of operation in order to provide the services that you need. In order for us to do this, we're going to have to be independent. We as a people are going to have to be self-sufficient. Here again, in the mechanism that we're in, we're going to have to be independently proficient and sufficient to ourselves. We're going to probably have to, no, not probably, we are going to implement a support program. This support program will work in 3 tiers: red, black, and green tier. Red tier will be $3 a month given to the mechanism in order for it to operate on an independent level as an individual. Black will be the next tier at $6 a month in order to those who are independently operational but also have a business less than 2 employees. Then we'll go into the third, the green, which is for those who are in business and operating at its full staff. Red, black, and green is a unifying color. The tiers, we hope, also will unify us in order to get done what we need to get done as a communicating mechanism and a mechanism that will provide you the information and services that you provide within this network system. Thank you.